What's up, comic book junkies? That's right, if you read the thumbnail or the title of this video, I bought a huge Golden Age book from a seller, and he ended up losing 2 rare books, contacted me, and asked me if I had them. I'll tell you more about that story at the end of this video, but we got an incredible haul that leads right into that story, so stick around. Here, Nighttiger Comics.
Watch Nighttiger Comics.
Tiger Comics.
Tiger Comics. Nighttiger Comics. Tiger Comics. What? Nighttiger Comics. Nighttiger Comics.
Yeah.
You never know what you're missing. All right, comic book junkies. I want to say, sorry I haven't put out a video in a while. Man, I am swamped with work like never before. And I can't complain because I'm making a lot of extra money and I'm buying a lot of extra stuff. So we're going to kick this off with a bang. So I'm going on a cruise for Christmas, which is my anniversary cruise also. My anniversary was in July. So I got to preemptively buy all the Christmas gifts for the grandkids. So I saw this at Burlington. It was half off. So I looked it up. Normally it's like $114 on Amazon. They had it for $49.99. And it's just so cool. I want it for myself, but my granddaughter is into Batman and Spider-Man. So. Heck yeah. Transformer Batmobile. Comes with the action figure. Remote control. I think there's another action figure. There's supposed to be. Oh, it shoots discs. So yeah, it was $49.99 at Burlington. Check it out. See if they have another one. Man, this thing is sweet. So I just picked that up yesterday. So my granddaughter's gonna love that. So I took a video, sent it to my son, just to make sure. Because if she didn't want it, I'd take it. So he said she'd love it. So that's going to be her Christmas gift. She just turned 3. I got her a Spider-Man outfit, a Spider-Man atronic doll that dances, and my son said that thing is driving them crazy. So before we get into the comics, I picked up 2 of these. So they had these at Walmart a couple weeks ago, but they only had extra larges. I went there yesterday and they had 2 smalls. So I picked up 2. They had an extra small and a small. So I have the extra small on right now. But their smalls seem large to me. So Jock is, this is the cover to Detective Comics 880, which I do not have in the collection, but I see that book is slowly trickling down, and I plan on getting a nice near mirror one in the future. Okay, let's get into the comic books, guys. And stay tuned for that story. It's kind of a cool one. But this is going to be a pretty big haul. A lot of Golden Age. A lot of cool books. No modern. We're starting out with bronze. So we all make mistakes. And I made another mistake buying. So this storyline that's coming up in this Justice League. So I remember buying these off the comic book newsstands as a teenager, and just remember the sweet George Perez covers. And I've always wanted to go back and read that storyline of the second or the Royal Flush Gang 2. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab them. I wanted to grab a near mint copy of their first appearance issue, because you're going to see it's going to come up. So here we got the second part of the storyline, Battle Royale, the Royal Flush Gang. But this is the sweet George Perez cover. It's got Death holding the cards. It's got the Justice League there. It's a George Perez killer cover, sweet detail, everything. So I wanted to get a nice near mint copy of this. So to buy them solo, each issue was right about $10, with shipping's $15. So you're talking $60 right there, with tax even more. And I didn't want to pay that. So I kind of held off on buying the storyline for a while. Then I saw this seller. He had all these 2 issues plus 2 more for $20. It said near mint in the description and $20 with free shipping. Let me zoom in on these. But when I got them here in the comic book lair, started looking them over, they are nice looking, but they are not near mint. This one doesn't look too bad. It's probably more like a 9, like a 8.5, 9.0 maybe, yeah. So I would want to put them in my CLZ app, and I realized I already had them, man. I didn't even check. I was just so excited. I hadn't read this since when it came out, basically. So I thought, oh, I don't have these anymore because I've sold 3 or 4 collections. Let me get them back in the collection. I had all 4 issues. So these will go in the prize box, but I haven't read them yet, but I'm still excited to read the storyline. My memory, I'm 56 years old, is so bad. I thought that George Perez did the interiors, but he does not. It is actually Don Heck. So that was a little disappointing to remember, but the covers are really cool. All George Perez. And he just came off of doing Avengers not too recently before he started doing covers for this. And at this time, I believe he was doing interiors for the Teen Titans, the new Teen Titans. But always a big fan of George Perez. Shout out to Metarog. He is the biggest Perez fan that I know. So those were 20, free shipping. I mean, not too bad. It wasn't a big loss. And someone will be happy to get these. But yeah, another buying mistake. So went back to my LCS yesterday because I went to pick up Silver Age bags for some of the books I bought, and I always get duped into this because it says silver and golden, which is actually just really golden. They do fit Silver Age like Gold Key comics, which are really huge, but overall they're just Golden Age bags. And so I was like, dang it. And I ran out of silver. So I bought those by mistake. While I was there, I guess they're getting rid of their BCW inventory because these were $12.99 and there was the last bag of Mylars. I would have bought them all if they would have had a bunch more. But I did go back. I picked up some. So I have to keep remembering they only have standard now, which fits Silver Age. So I decided to double up and bought 2 of those. So standard fits your bronze, fits your silver. And I don't know why they did away with Silver Age when it comes to the Gerber line, but they did. So anyways, so I picked up some books. I was there. I had some money. And I've been picking these up recently. They have the ones I'm missing. I was missing this one, and this one is a really sweet cover. Now, I've had it before in my collection, but I decided they have them there, and this was $10. I wanted to get it back in the collection. I've actually been reading some of these Bronze Age adventure comics with the Spectre, and also the ones with Black Orchid that I just picked up from the same shop, and they are so good. This story was so good. It's so short, but I was just mesmerized, stopping and staring at all the panels by Jim Pero. He does some really good work in here. There's some dialogue panels, and he shows the guy talking. He's got a unique like crew cut haircut, and he shows them in different panels from different angles. And this guy, Aparo, is just amazing at this time. So this was really great. It has a backup feature with Aquaman by Mike Rell. Sorry, Mike Rell's art, really, really not that good. But look at this cover. So that was $10. Beautiful cover. I can't say enough about it. I read it last night. I'm still riding the high on that one. And then I picked up this one, which I did not have. This one was $6, and I'm going to read this one later after the video. So that was Adventures. What was this? 36. Yeah, this is 436 from December 74, and this is 438 from April 75. This one was $6. Pretty nice copies. They're not beat up. This one has the 7 Soldiers of Victories. I was reading the letter column in the past issue, and they were talking about, because they had announced the 7 Soldiers of Victory was coming, how all the readers were anticipating that backup feature. So I haven't got to read it yet. But another Killer Jim Apparel cover, interiors. Can't wait to read this one tonight. So picked up those 2. What do you guys think of these? Have you read these before? If you have not read this adventure line, it is extremely good. I cannot give it enough accolades. The art, the story, and they're relatively inexpensive still to get. So I bought some books from my comic shop. A little disappointed in myself because with the shipping and the tax, they actually, each issue came out a little more than I wanted to pay. My voice keeps bouncing off that lunchbox there. I don't know. I mean, my wife got sick yesterday. We went walking in the woods and ended up last night both getting like a cold. I love these Rippets. I go up to Piggly Wiggly and I go in there and I buy all the grapes because it's a great energy drink and it tastes just like grape soda. So I really love this. It's a reprint title. But I always say to everyone, there's no bad Silver Surfer covers in the Bronze Age. I have not seen one yet. Like I said, this is the second copy. I talked to my buddy Dave, shout him out, over at Surf Blue Comics and Collectibles, and asked him if he wanted this. And so I'm sending that over to him. And here's another book I'm sending to him right here. I just upgraded that book. So I do some packages for my friends. When I get books in, I build up little packages and send them their way. So that's going to him. I got this. I already have this, but this is a really high-grade copy. What did I pay for it? $4.60. Now, this one wasn't a bad buy. Doom cover. Obviously, it's a reprint title. I have the original. I have this one already, but I'll take another one for $4.60, especially as nice looking as that one is. Can never go wrong. Beautiful Kirby Dr. Doom cover. So I was saying, forgive my voice. It's a little cracked up. So here's the receipt for my comic shop. So here's some more books coming up. Got this one. I was just, every now and then I just like to buy comics, like get my fix once a week. This one was $7. That's including the shipping and tax. Just a kind of a cool robot looking cover. Unexpected from, what year is this? 67. It's number 98. Pretty nice copy. Definitely like a VG Plus 40, 45. But I thought it was a cool cover. I don't know who does the cover. Love robot covers. Love Silver Age, especially these unexpected. A lot of cheesy stories in here, but I love them. It says, I was half man, half machine. So yeah, it's from 1967. Where you guys stand on robot covers? Big fans? And guys, like I said, I've been working a lot. I apologize. I haven't been keeping up with the secret contest. It's still ongoing. If you want to go back, probably like 6 videos and see if you can find it, and then enter if you have not. So it's a package of reader books with some keys that you'll get for free. It's a random pick. And when I get some time, I'll go ahead and pick a new winner and start a new contest. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then I picked up a second copy of this. This is a little lower grade copy, and I paid $13.50, which this book, it goes for not a huge ton of money, but it goes a little more than your average Blackhawk issue, The Wedding of Lady Blackhawk. And I've got a little bit of a crush on her ever since I was doing my DC Women of the DC Comics series back a few years ago. And Steve Codwell narrated my editing documentary on Lady Blackhawk. If you want to go, I don't know if that's still up. It might be. I took a lot of stuff down during that stupid YouTube debacle years ago with the children, whatever it was. I don't remember. So I have this already. This was a little lower grade than the one I have. I'll keep it a while. I'll stare at it. I'll put it next to the other one, post it sometime. And then I don't know, it'd be a good prize giveaway for a live show. I think somebody'd be happy to get this for free. And you know, here at Nighttiger Comics, we love to give away cool comics. So that's Blackhawk 155, December 1960. What do you guys think? You guys familiar with Lady Blackhawk? She's actually the second Lady Blackhawk. There's one in the Golden Age. They never actually referred to her as Lady Blackhawk, but she actually looks exactly the same. And I've not been able to find that. And when I showed that video and made it, someone, I forget who it was, someone was able to locate that copy and bought it off eBay. And I was a little perturbed because I didn't get there first. And I've been looking for it ever since, but it's really tough issue to find. I think it's Blackhawk number 20, not number 20, or Modern Comics 20 or something like that. Okay, continuing on with my comic shop buy. So this one, for the grade, I was kind of disappointed what I paid. I paid $9.20 for that. It is pretty good looking. It's definitely like solid VG minus. But I do love these romance books. Secret Hearts, number 128, June 1968. I have not read this yet. I like the graphic though, or she's kind of showing her shoulder. You know, it looks a little sexy. And if you know DC, they had a lot of Silver Age books where they always had somebody crying. They had tears on the cover. If it wasn't a Batman title, it was a romance title. Where do you guys stand on romance comics? Are they too cheesy for you to get into, or do you like them? I don't know. I like them. I love reading them. They are cheesy most of the time. Some of the Golden Age ones are pretty good. And then they have the Dear Abbeys in most of them, which I love to read those. They're so fun and quirky. It actually looks like Clark Kent. Can love flower behind the closed shutters of a posh Hollywood beach house? Searing episode of Reach for Happiness. Soap opera-ish. This one, I wish I hadn't paid $8 for it, but I love this cover. Now, this one is probably a 3.0 for sure, but just a great graphic right here. Now, the comic book Grand Database says that this is Irv Novak. Someone had commented on Facebook that it's Win Mortimer, so I don't know. But I love the graphic. I put it with leader of the, excuse me. I put it with, hopefully I'll edit that cough out. I put it with the song Leader of the Pack, which fit perfect with this. This is from November 1969. It's number 162. But I did read this one, and I just loved it. It was some really good stories. Really cool trade dress. The art, I just love the way that she looks on the back. The curve of her back and the look on her face. Just a really good looking cover. So this next book is early Silver Age DC. I pick up these Buzzies whenever I can find them around $30 in high grade. This came from my comic shop, and with shipping and tax was $33.47, but a pretty high grade copy, probably like a 6.0. It's number 77, October of 1958. Great swimsuit cover, and yeah, and kind of a strange bullet there. It doesn't even have DC in it. Has National Humor Group. But yes, I had this one on in my list. Nobody bought it for a while, and I said, okay. I have a few Buzzies. Like I say, I always buy them when I can find them. I prefer the non-authority code ones, but this was the last issue, and it was a pretty nice copy. She's pulling out an algebra book out of her bag right there. We got no bikinis. We got 2 one-pieces and whatever this is, but still pretty cool cover. Obviously a Archie ripoff by DC. But I'm going to read this. I think it'll be fun. Nice beach cover. Moving on. What do you think of beach covers? Put in the comments. And if you like my content, hit the like. And guys, if I'm hoping things will change at work. We're trying to hire another truck driver, but till then I'm filling in. If we ever get another truck driver hired, I'll put out a lot more videos. So I want to see who really likes my videos. So if you can hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're not a subscriber. So I hit another shop. This one's in Denellen, Florida. And every time I'm out that way, my sister and my brother live over there. My son lives over there. I go in and I'll see what can I do to kind of support them. I didn't have this issue. This is number 10. Nice Kirby series. I have number 1. This is from October 19. I didn't put it on the back. I think it's like 74. But once later in the run, Kirby leaves art duties and writing duties. And even at the end of his run, it kind of just starts to become really too weird, too cheesy for me to. But the first, I don't know, 12 issues are really good. I really enjoy it. So that's Mr. Miracle. And pretty decent copy. I forget what I paid for this. Not much. I think I paid $3 for it. What do you guys think of Mr. Miracle? Are you a big fan? I always loved his costume. I thought it always looked cool. Scot-free. Love the name, too. Whoever came up, I think it was Kirby, came up with that identity name. It was really good because he's like a escape artist. Picked up this. I didn't know this was there. This is actually a reprint, and it's the first appearance of Plastic Man and Phantom Lady. Now, I'm not sure about the Human Bomb, but I know it's the first Phantom Lady and first Plastic Man. And this is a facsimile put out by DC. It's got a $6.99 price tag. When did this came out? So this is an October book. So this is for next month. So you still might be able to find it. I know somebody showed that Detective 27, and it was actually the Golden Age size, and I have not seen any of those. And it's got newsprint in it. Man, I would love to find those. So Police Comics number 1. This originally came out in August 1941. And this is Firebrand. I haven't got to read this yet. Any of you guys picked this one up? It's really cool. I wish they would have made it the Golden Age. I wish they would have made it like way out to here. Size of the Golden Age issue. So I picked that up, those 2 issues from his shop. And then this one was $20. He always gives me a few dollars off. If I buy a lot, he'll give me more than a few dollars. But that's a great cover. And I don't know who does this. Why do they call her Man Hater? And man, was this a cheesy issue. I read it and I enjoyed it, but it's not the best. It's like very formulaic that you know what's going to happen, and it becomes so cheesy, and it's like, oh man. But they had a good Dear Abby in here, which I had a really fun time reading that. So this is Falling in Love, November 19, what year is this? November 63, number 79. So I did look this up online, and it is a pricey book in the higher grades. And this is a pretty decent copy. I'll probably put this at a 4.0. And so I looked online. He had it for 20. I think I got it for 18. But it usually goes around 20 to 25, but then you pay shipping. So you're talking around almost 30, and then with tax around $32. So not bad. Almost half off I got it for what it would usually go for. And like I told you earlier, always characters crying in the Silver Age DC covers. Here's another one. What do you guys think of that one? Huh? Well, this has the real bullet. All right, we're getting into some Golden Age. Quite a few Golden Age books I picked up. So if you know this channel, we're all about the Golden Age. So Silver Age, Bronze Age, Marvel, DC, cool stuff. Love it. But I go gaga for Golden Age. Here we go, the Golden Age romance. I was watching this book for a while. Now try to find these in really decent condition. I don't want beat up copies. I don't care how cheap they are. I got so many comics now that I really am looking for better copies of Golden Age books. to add value to the collection. So in the future, if I ever need to sell stuff, at least I can make a little bit of profit off the books that I buy. So this is an Ogden Whitney cover. Just a cool military war romances, true war romances, number 9 from August 1953. Please wait, Johnny. I must make you understand. Please believe me. I want to tell you I love you. I was a GI's Jinx. Love song for a soldier. Substitute sweetheart. I mean, come on, guys. How cheesy are those titles? But a cool looking book. He looks a little bit like, is it Errol Flynn? Even Tony Stark. True war romances. And a lot of times I'm looking at these books on eBay and they are just really low grade, stained, falling apart, roached up spines. So it's always nice to find a decent copy. And I try to get them around $30. What did I pay for this one? I paid $25.68. I made an offer and they took it. And that's a really good price for this book. So if I went to sell it, I'd sell it for like $40, which I think would be a pretty good price for this condition. And I wouldn't make very much, but at least I would get my money back. So this book I saw on eBay for like over a year, and I kept passing on it. They had too much money on it. And it has like a stain where someone sat a drink down on it. It's not super prominent, but then I guess, I don't know how My Comic Shop got it, but My Comic Shop, they listed it at $18, which was a really good price point. You know me, I love my Christmas covers. My annual Christmas show comes every year. I like to be able to show new Golden Age books. So a really cool TikTok Tales with the Santa Claus cover. And I thought it was really cool. I'm sorry, guys. I have to drink because my throat is really sore. And anyways, there's a lot of great covers in this TikTok Tales. There's rocket covers, more than one Christmas cover. I haven't got to read this. I know there's Al Fago art inside, and I know he writes the Coco and Cola. But just a great Santa Claus cover. I love Santa Claus Golden Age covers. And this is number 24 from 1947. So with shipping and tax, I paid $22.50 for that. Not bad. I like to get these Golden Age funny animal Christmas stuff right around $20-25. All right, and this was a killer book. I really debated buying this one, trying not to spend big money on comics, but I didn't have this, and it's a pretty scarce book. It's actually a Gerber 6. And if you know this channel and you've watched my Patriotic Golden Age July live stream, I am trying to put together one of the best war bond, war stamp comic book collections. So here's another one off my list. War Savings Bond Series Z. Buy one of these bonds today. Featuring the Cadet Target Comics. This book, I don't think I've ever seen it for sale. So I left it there in my watch list for like 2 weeks. And it was like, if you don't buy it, you might not find it again. And nobody had gotten it. And they actually had a Magic Comics Flag cover, which I already have, for pretty expensive. They had a True Comics Flag cover there for $12. Someone already got, and I already have 3 of those. But what year is this from? This is from 1944, September 44, number 52. That is just a sweet cover. I am so happy to have this in my collection. And I'll do a video in the future showing off some more of all my War Bond and War Stamp covers if you have not seen them. But not a lot of people care about collecting them. There's a few of us. But those of us that do, we go after them with a passion. So we fight for them, and they're hard to get. They're really hard to get. So speaking of that, next cool comic. Another scarce one. I need to press this one, get the spine roll out of it. Early issue of Foremost Comics by Novelty Press. Number 3. Check out this victory box, war bonds and stamps, American flag. What so proudly we hail as we united we stand, summer issue. Just, this is so cool. Oh man, I can't believe I got this. This is another book, extremely scarce. Another one that I just like, I didn't want to pull the trigger on it because what did this cost me? Like $60? 50 and 59. Okay, not so bad. I like to stay around the $50 dollar mark on these. But this is from 1942. Yes, summer of 42. And it is definitely like a 2.5. I think to 2 center wraps are detached. But my goodness, it doesn't look so bad, does it? Come on, guys. That's a beautiful book. I am really happy to have this one. And I love my American flag. So I'm trying to get American flags, war stamps, war bonds, Spirit of 76 covers. It's fun. It's fun hunting for them. So what do you guys think of that one? So we're winding it down now, and I'll tell the story coming up here about the seller that I dealt with. Now, I don't know if I showed this one because I get mixed up. I get on live shows with people because I don't have time to do edited videos, and I'll show a lot of the books coming in. But I worked on this book. I don't know if I showed this in a video. I did. Let me show it real quick. I think I did do this in a video because I talked about the glue. I did. But I did some piece fill on it. I was going to just fix the interior, but it just looked so bad. I took it apart and pressed it. Did a little trimming to the centerfold because it was really ragged. I read this one, and man, was it good. Dr. Midnight. But it's solid. I put it back together, and it's really solid. I reinforced all the staple holes. So this is All American Comics from 1947, number 74, or 46 actually, which is even better. But I do believe I showed this one, so this is my third or fourth All American Comics in my collection. You know, there was a time where I never thought I could own one of these. And I thought they were just the coolest thing. And I thought they were just so rare and so out of touch, so scarce that I would never have them. Now I got 4. And I couldn't be happier. Okay, I don't know if I showed this one either. I tried to go back in past videos and look. But I won this in an auction. First appearance of the Black Phantom in a really high-grade copy. This book is always beat up. So I showed it. And people were like, and people know what this is. Some people, most people don't. And so one of my buddies said, oh man, I want that. And he finally, a couple weeks later, showed me he got a copy, and it was like a 2.0, which is fine. I mean, it's still a hard book to get. But to get it in this grade, extremely hard. And what did I pay for it? And it's number 25 from 1951. Auction win. I paid 105, about 106. But, you know, for the grade, you got to pay up. And I have not read this yet. I can't wait to read it. She has one solo issue that I do have, and probably a 1.0. So Tim Holt, with him as the Red Mask. She was a villain that would fight him, but she fell in love with him. So she turned around, became a good guy and his partner. But I have never read any issue yet with her. So really happy to get this one. It came from England. The reason actually it cost so much is the shipping was $25. So I think I won it for like $60-something. Very happy for that one. Okay, winding it down. We got 2 more, and then in the last one, we'll talk about that story with the seller. Just got this one in, just read it yesterday. Oh, this was such a fun book to read. I have 4 Black Hoods. I don't think I've read any of them yet. So I read this one, and man, I was really impressed with the Black Hood stories. They were really fun, really, really clever, really thought out. He's a cop, like a beat cop, and then he changes to Black Hood, fights different criminals with like different, quirky ones. I think, I can't remember right offhand what they were. because I'm trying to remember and I can't, but it was a good book. I paid 60. What did I pay for this? So this is fall 1944. I paid $67 with shipping and tax, which that's pretty good. I looked this book up after I bought it. People were selling 1.0s for $200. So I thought, okay, I knew I did well. I'm pretty familiar with these. I think all 4 of my issues, I've got around $50 to $60 in them. So, and this book started out as Special Comics, the first issue. Then it went to Hangman Comics to issue 8. Then to Black Hood to issue 20. Then after 20, it became Laugh Comics. And then to the end of the run, it was just Laugh. Of course, you know, there's a big ad in here with Archie, and maybe I'll show it. Early Archie. So these are MLJ magazines, which Archie became such a popular character, they changed the name of the company to Archie Comics. But these are pretty tough to get. I mean, there's like 5 or 6 of these on eBay, but they're pretty pricey. So I was happy with that. So big book, big story. So I bought this huge book. I got it in an auction. No, this was actually not an auction. So I paid $170 with shipping and tax. World Finest number 9. A really hard book to get, especially in high grade. This is like a 1.0. No, it's probably like a 0.5. Yeah, it's a 0.3, 0.5. It's missing the back cover. The first 2 pages are loose. Of course, the cover's loose, and then it's missing the back 2 pages. But this is the Hitler cover, Tojo, and I forget that guy's name. He's an Italian. I don't think it's not Mussolini, is it? But knock out the Axis with the bonds and stamps. So another war bond, war stamp cover to my collection. And Batman and Robin and Superman. So yeah, this is a pretty pricey book. When it said 170, I jumped on it because I think this book is probably, I would retail it at $450 about. So anyways, I had it for a while and I read it. Really good story. There's a panel in the, I forget which story it is. Oh, Stripesy, Star Spangled Kid and Stripesy, where they actually pass Batman and Robin, where they're actually hunting down the Joker. So there's a big panel of the Joker in there. It's really cool. So the seller just reached out to me this week, and he said, and I'll put it up here, some of it's a really long. He had an aneurysm, and he lost 2 big books, and I'll put those 2. I put them on the thumbnail, but he lost World's Finest Comics number 2 and 3. He doesn't know what happened to him. So he asked me if I had them, and if I did have them, could I please return them? And first I said, because I know if he's writing me right now, he dodged a bullet. Nice stamp right here. So I said, sorry to hear about your experience, but I'm so glad to know that you're okay. I said, I don't have your books. If I had them, I would have sent them back immediately. And I'm praying that you'll find them, because I know how pricey those are and how worried you must be to not know where they're at, because that's a lot of money. And someone paid for them. I probably think they were on auction. So he's got to pay back a lot of money. So he messaged me back, and he actually went through the whole thing of what happened to him. And I'm not going to read it all, but it was definitely a harrowing experience for this seller. So my shout out to him, my prayers to him, and I hope he finds those books, because my goodness, I would be going frantic if I lost those 2 books. But then again, I would also be very grateful to be alive, because aneurysms, they are nothing to sneeze at. And he said this when he started in his life. And if he hadn't got to the hospital, if he had been 5 minutes later, he would probably die. He made it in surgery just in time. So I'm just happy that this seller has his life, and he can go on enjoying his books, his business, and his family. But yeah, it must be really tough to have to lose such 2 big books like that. So just some cool experiences that I always have collecting comics. I'm grateful for the experiences. I'm grateful for the Lord allowing me to have every new day in my life. and to not only serve him, but to be able to enjoy this hobby on the side. So thank you if you hung out this long for the story. I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Go back and find the secret contest. And I'm just grateful for all your support and all you cool guys and women that love this hobby, and check out this channel and really support me. I hear a lot of positive things about my channel, and I try to be as unique as I can because there's not a whole lot of Golden Age comic book channels out there. So I try to be unique, and I try to show you that it's not that hard to collect cool Golden Age books. So again, appreciate it. If you stuck around, we're at 40 minutes. So have a great week. Take care.